Video surfaced showing one officer body slamming a woman to the ground during a traffic stop.
This is why I train civilians in martial arts.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying?
Reporter Rachel Wolf tells us the family involved wants answers.
I have answers, and it's not going to be about the right or wrong of the cops' actions or the civilians' actions. I train civilians because if you are a civilian, you need to have a much wider repertoire of techniques and things that you can do, because regular people can be attacked by a wide variety of things, and we normally don't have quite as many restrictions on our use of force as police do, although some things I've read, they're trying to hold regular people to the same standards as cops, but so far it hasn't happened yet. But the reason why I like to train civilians in martial arts is because, one, cops have not asked me to come to their place and train them just like that. Two, any cop that's ever wanted to train with me has just signed up as a civilian to train. But the main thing is what's happening, and what happened in that shot, in my opinion, I have no proof of this, so I could be wrong, is that I think martial artists are teaching sports techniques to cops, and we shouldn't be teaching them sport techniques. I know I've done some videos about, security or people throwing people down to the ground. You should not throw them on the ground if you need to take them down. I'll say slam or take them down in order to arrest them. Don't throw them in a manner to where both feet leaves the ground, even 1 foot leaves the ground. When you throw people so that a foot leaves the ground, that is like a judo level throw. That is a judo contest throw, because you're trying to throw the person for full point, which in Japanese is ippon. And that's not how you want to throw a civilian if you're trying to calm the situation. You want to take them down to the ground so that you can get control, not score points. And when you're teaching police officers to grab people like that, to throw them, because you think, it'd be easier for them to get that, and they can use that to stun the person that they're trying to arrest, you've got to understand context. One context is they could be throwing a person on the ground. Thankfully, in this context, they were throwing the person on some soft sand, so hopefully damage wouldn't be that bad. But see, when we're doing our sport throws, when we do a big throw like that where the person's leg come up off the ground, that throw is meant to be a knockout. Because the theory is, if you were to throw them on the street where they would land like that with that kind of power, the person would be knocked out or at least momentarily stunned. Now, in judo contest, you try to throw the person so that they land on their back. She landed on her face, but he did pick her up off the ground and demonstrate control. So the elements of the throw are control, power, and then landing on their back. So in this case, it would be the score that's called wazari, which means lesser quality throw. I understand the fear on both sides. You're an officer. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what these people are going to do. Somebody could grab your gun. You need to control the situation. When you're a civilian, you're being pulled over, you hope that you get a police officer that doesn't abuse their power. And there's also the male-female dynamic. And see, to be honest, the only reason why people are making a big deal out of this is because it was a woman that was thrown by a man. If that was one man who had did that to another man, police officer, and the man got thrown, everybody would be saying, that's what you get. That's what you get for bucking against a police officer's authority. What were you doing? You shouldn't have been doing something like that. The whole 9 yards, yada, yada, yada. But my 2 cents on this as a martial arts instructor, I'm staying out of the politics on this. Not because I don't have a side. For me, it ultimately doesn't matter. I think those of us who train police officers, we need to stop teaching them to do that type of throw. Tell them to try not to let any of the person that they're arresting or getting control, try not to let any of their feet come off the ground or no more than one foot comes off the ground when they take the person down, instead of arcing up, arc around. Because if you got enough control to throw them up, you've got enough control to throw them around. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. And I pray for everybody involved in this situation.